All right, so when I first got this product, I was like, $100 wireless lapel system. This is gonna be friggin' terrible. But you know, I figured I would give it the benefit of the doubt. I figured I'd test it out. And my God, like, this thing is so impressive. It is, wow. How's it going, guys? My name is Andrew Murphy from Down Under in Gold Coast, Australia. So this little bad boy here is the FeiDu FM40, and it's honestly completely blown my mind about like how good super cheap wireless audio devices can be. So first off, this thing is only $99 US, which puts it in that like super duper cheap, everyone can afford it category, but it honestly sounds better than some devices that's like twice as expensive as it. So let's quickly go through some specs and then we'll get into a bit of a range test, but I'll switch over to the FM40 inbuilt mic to actually record these specs so you can hear what the actual internal mic sounds like. So each unit weighs just 38 grams, has a battery life of 3.5 to 5 hours, and a range of 30 to 80 meters line of sight, depending on the different antenna configuration. In the box, we get the receiver and the transmitter, a TRS and a TRRS cable, which is the one that you need to connect this actual microphone to your smartphone. You get 2 USB-C charging cables, a lapel, a carry bag, and a lanyard as well, which you can use to actually like hang the transmitter around your neck, which is pretty handy. Both units have external antennas, which is a little bit different from a lot of other units, as well as a display to see the settings and the readouts from the device. The receiver has an output as well as a headphone out and 2 antennas, whereas the transmitter only has 1 antenna, but also includes a microphone built in that you're hearing me through right now. Now, I don't know if you're impressed by the sound quality of this little mic or not, but I sure was. And the main reason that I think it sounds so good is because the sensitivity is like negative 33 decibels, and it also has 9 adjustable gain options on the transmitter alone. Now, the one gripe I have with companies that make these little like wireless audio transmitter things is that the transmitter audio gain is just way too hot straight out of the bag, and you can't adjust it very much, and it means that you can't use it in loud environments because it's just already way too loud. But because the FM40 has a ton of different adjustment, you can get rid of heaps of external noise and also use this in really loud environments as well without actually clipping the audio. And even when it does get like pretty loud and it close to clipping, it's really smooth, the clip. Like, I'm really impressed by it. So all the audio you just heard was using the internal mic on the FeiDu FM40 plugged directly into the EOS R. So there might be a little bit of gain through the EOS R. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to the Rode Wireless Go, which is a very common comparison that I think a lot of people would like. And I'm going to feed it straight into a Zoom H4n. So it should sound a little bit better. This is what it sounds like on the Rode Wireless Go, and this is what it sounds like on the FeiDu FM40. And I'd say that both of these mics are very similar sounding, but the main difference is that the Rode option retails for 229 Australian dollars, so it's over double the price, and you also don't get a lapel in the kit either, so that's an additional $100, $200 on top of this as well. Now, while we're on lapel mics, this is actually what it sounds like using the FM40 lapel that comes in the actual kit, and honestly, I didn't really expect to get that much. Like, it's kind of like a whatever, it's a part of a $99 kit. But it actually sounds really good. And it also comes with an included windsock as well, so you get rid of most of the winds, but obviously if you're shooting in like a blizzard or gale force winds or something, probably not going to be the best option. However, one thing it is missing is a windsock for the internal mic, which I would have loved to have seen. Like, they could have just used the design kind of like they have on the actual Rode Wireless Go, or even on the Lark 150, where it actually mounts into the 3.5mm input jack and then just covers the microphone to get rid of heaps of that wind noise. All right, so now let's go out and do a range test to see just how accurate this claimed 30 to 80 meter range is. Right, so we're going to range test. So apparently on this mode, which is mode 1 with the antennas are still in the actual device, we should get 30 meters. So facing, oh, 5, this is 25 meters, 20 meters, that's good, no crackle, a little bit shitty. So mode 1 is trash. Oh, it's called mode first, not mode 1. So mode 2 on the receiver is both antennas out and in a 90-degree configuration. So this is 50 meters. Can you hear me at all? Okay, so this is with the actual transmitter facing the receiver. But if I clip it onto my pocket, can you still hear me now, or have we lost it? We've got a bit crackly. All right, now mode 3 is we actually take the antenna out of the transmitter as well. Is that better? Can you hear me better? No crackling at all? Okay, cool. So we're at 50 meters right now in mode 3. So this is at 90 meters in mode 3 and basically line of sight. So both of the antennas can see each other. If I turn around, has to be line of sight. So now I want to test non-line of sight because that's probably a more realistic approach to using a transmitter. So we're going to put the transmitter on my back pocket so it's not in the shot. And then I'll walk backwards and Jason's going to tell me when we cut out. 45, still good. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. This is 50 meters, still good. You can hear me perfectly. Let's just do like a little bit of a run around, make sure, oh, it's getting a little bit shitty. 30 meters. So what's this like? So this is kind of like behind me. Should be like decent from 30 meters, yeah. What if I go behind these things? So this is around that 30 meters. It might cut out when I go behind this water system thing. Still good? That's pretty good. And I mean, that is kind of out of shot. So yeah, so typically a line of sight test is like pretty easy to do, but non-line of sight when it's behind your body is where it's starting to get a bit trashy there.
I really like it. Yeah, it definitely performs really well, especially when we did that testing when it comes to the range, going through the body, distance, walking around specifically in different directions.
Now, some unique things that I haven't seen on any other wireless units is this little magnetic clip as well as this lanyard as well. So having a magnetic clip allows you to actually stick it to metal objects obviously, but it's great if you're wanting to like hide it behind something or just quickly stick it on somewhere where you don't actually have a clamp or you can't put a clamp. And the lanyard, although it is a little bit long, I think it gives like a kind of more of a natural look than actually like clipping one of these onto here. Like it just is a little bit too long. It's a little bit too far away from your mouth. So you're gonna get a little bit more echo and whatnot. If it was a little bit shorter, like if you could sit it like maybe like here, then this should actually sound pretty good. And again, it just kind of looks like a necklace or something. Like it doesn't look that bad. Alright guys, if you did enjoy this one, then consider liking and subscribing. And if you want to find out more about the FeiDu FM40 or where to buy it, I'll leave some links down below. And as always guys, stay creative and just be you. Have fun.